One, and I should be live. You are live is what it says. Let me check my pulse. I seem to have a pulse. It's a little weak, but I am here. Hope everyone is doing well out there. If anybody's out there listening, I hope the audio's coming in good. I was listening to last week's. I don't know. The playback on the live streams just doesn't sound to me as good as others. So I'm going to try to put this mic up a little closer. And maybe I won't be so anal about it. I don't know. I got Emily. I don't have Emily. Emily is in the living room putting on a smart lock that I had to do a review on. And she is helping me out, getting a couple of reviews now because I had a bunch of them to do. How you doing, Rodney? Is the audio sound okay? Like I was saying, the audio was just not. I don't know. I didn't think it sounded that great on the playback. I don't know what it sounds like when you're watching, because I can't watch myself and listen to myself over the YouTube. Anyway, hopefully it sounds okay. Hope everything is doing well. Sounds good. That's great. I had just. This is something I'm going to put it up. I don't know. I really don't know how people share a screen and get the audio. How you doing, Pork Chop? Good. I put this mic up closer. Oh, did you get it? Great. Good deal. They said you would get it Wednesday, and I don't, U.S. mail. Who knows? Anyway, y'all check this out. This is a video, part of a video that I've got. Oh, I turned the speaker off. Part of a video that I have scheduled to come out Monday. I don't know if I turned the speaker off or not. We'll fix and find out. We will see. I think I did. Probably going to get a lot of backfeed because I have. Listening to last week, I don't know. The playback on the live streams just doesn't sound to me as good as others. So I'm going to try to put this mic up a little closer, and maybe I'll not be so anal about it. I don't know. It's got a delay. I don't have an Emily. Emily is in the living room putting on a smart lock that I had to do a review on. Boy, that's got major delay on it. Oh, no. Me out, getting a couple of reviews now, but I had a bunch of them to do. How you doing, Rodney? Is the audio sound okay? I don't know how that's going to work. I was saying that the audio was just not. I don't know. Let me turn this speaker off. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have to figure it out. What it is the biometric. Hey, how you doing, Dash Wumble? Oh, you got it today. Okay, cool. As long as you got it, that's all that matters. Anyway, the biometric thing on Spark, I had been reading on Reddit that a lot of people was having issues with it, and if you want to really know the details and all that and whatever, I got a video coming out Monday, but I was just wanting to talk about it now on the live stream because there might be somebody that is having issues with scanning their ID and the facial recognition thing. But what it is when it prompts the first time and you go through it and you hit, I think it was submit or whatever, and then it prompts again, okay? Log out of Spark completely. Just log out of it, then log back in it. That's all you got to do. There was a lot of people on Reddit saying that it just kept cycling over and it was making them do it over and over, and some of them was just wanting to click that you declined to do it right now. And I don't think that would be a good idea. Anyhow, that was pretty much, I mean, that's all there was to that one. And a simple little thing. But I'm really glad that they're finally doing something. You know, Uber Eats, and I guess Uber too. Whenever I have Uber on, I've got Uber Eats on too. But, they do the facial, where you got to take your picture and stuff. But they're the only ones that does it that I know of. I don't remember ever doing it on Grubhub, and I don't remember ever doing it on DoorDash. But what it is asking. You haven't seen it yet. Well, you will. I wish I could get this to work. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll put it up here and I'll narrate. How's that? Where'd it go? Where'd my screen go? Okay, add live stream. Oh, there it is. I guess, okay. We got the silence here. I wonder if I can, but let me just kind of fast forward. Okay, right here. This is the new prompt. And it's wanting you to scan your driver's license and take a picture. Basically what it boils down to. And you have to scan your driver's license. I edited this video already, so I should have it blurred out. We're fixing to find out. Everybody may be fixing to know my address. Oh, yeah, I blurred it out. I thought I did. Anybody getting more shopping orders on Spark lately, or just my market? I didn't work today. I worked a little bit yesterday and actually did really good for here. And it was all shopping orders. Well, one curbside. So yeah, I was getting more shopping orders. Make sure your hair's washed. And but see, after you do that, then you have to take a picture of yourself. You gotta turn sideways, do the profile thing, the mug shots, and let's see. Let me skip ahead and see after. Let's see, where is it? Photo and review in progress. And see, it says you're all set, and click done, and then boom, it pops back up again. So that's the issue a lot of people on Reddit was having, and all you have, and if you click no thanks, and you have to do it before you start working anyway. But just like I said, just log when you do get it, if you haven't already, just log out, and then sign back in, and it's done. You don't have to fool with it after that. Hopefully. Because the only way, let me X out of that, the only way this is going to do any good is if they continue to do that randomly. You can't do it once because people are going to figure out how to bypass that or get around it or take a picture of a driver's license and then hold their phone above the picture. You could use two phones, one with a picture of your driver's license, the other one with the phone you're using. There's ways you can beat it. Or an app or something to beat it. But if they just do it randomly, it might catch somebody off guard and prevent them from not playing by the rules, which that's what I'm hoping for. But I from the orders that I did see yesterday, there was a lot more of them. So either there was a lot of people not out working, or some of the regular drivers was not who they said they were, shall we say? I don't know. The orders was better yesterday. Emily actually, she worked today. She did pretty good today. So hopefully it all works out. Anyone get, yeah, I'm just getting more, well, I already said that, and get more shopping orders, but dang, I better make sure. Okay. I was just catching back up here. Hey, Lisa, how are you? Yeah, it's just like that. Well, Uber Eats, you just have to hold it up and do the picture. This one, you're scanning your driver's license, too. So that's a little extra thing, which is pretty good, Actually, I had that video scheduled for Monday. I may go ahead and just change that in scheduling until tomorrow. I was trying to do the lives on Thursday and then a regular video on Mondays. I just don't have time to do more than that. And I'm not being very consistent. And with YouTube, it's it's consistency. That's what helps get your channel going more, is the consistency. However, like with Grandpa's Random Reviews, that of course I'm up to 113 subscribers now, but I've got a video every day at noon, every day. There for a while I wasn't, but I've got stuff scheduled out till the 23rd right now, and Emily's putting that smart lock on the front door. I'll edit that video probably about midnight. That'll be the 25th. I've got other stuff. Oh, I was just working on a bird feeder, another bird feeder, which I don't have the link for that, so I can't put that on Random Reviews because I don't have an Amazon link to link to. I'm barely getting Spark offers here in Vegas. Oh, you're in Henderson? Well, Henderson is Vegas, isn't it? The only reason why I know is because on live patrol, Henderson County. I haven't talked to anybody recently that lives out there, so I don't know how the orders, but did they do the biometric thing during your market? The Drew 24? Because if they haven't, that may change the orders, because I think it's going to put a damper on some of the illegal accounts, at least for a little while. I think they'll probably figure out how to beat it if Smart doesn't do it consistently. I don't see the biometric thing. Well, you would know, because as soon as you try to log on, that pops up and it's on there. So I've been reading it on Reddit, different people talking about it, but it hit our market yesterday, and I'm in Wichita Falls, Texas. I don't know if it's starting on the East Coast and working its way west. I don't know how it works, but boy, I'm up close on that camera. I like using that lens, though. That's a 35 millimeter. But anyway, I don't know which way it's going, but hopefully it'll come out your way too. And I don't know how long you've been on here, but tonight or been watching, but you gotta scan your driver's license and take your picture. So hopefully it eliminates some of the illegal accounts, is all I'm saying. And there was in my YouTube video that I'm going to go ahead and schedule for tomorrow, probably tomorrow afternoon. Also, the shopping orders, as I'm having, I can't figure that one out. So if anybody's got any ideas on those shopping orders, let me know. What I'm saying is, they no longer tell you how many items are in that shopping order, and I do not like that. That's like doing DoorDash by the hour. You don't have enough information to know if the orders were taken or not. Uber Eats has the random scan. Yeah. As far as with Uber Eats, it's just straight on one shot. If Spark does this regularly, you have to turn your head and look at it straight. Turn your head. I don't know if it's just something that they're making it look a little fancier or what. Who knows? But at least they're doing something. But where they've really screwed up, though, is, as far as I'm concerned, is taking away telling us how many items are on a shopping order. I did a shopping order for, said 20 minutes. It had 9 items on it. And with the new modular on the, you got your aisle, your section number, and the modular number. With that on there, man, you can get those shopping orders lickety split. But not knowing how many items are on that kind of threw me off. Because I had one a few days ago, and it said like 5 minutes, and it had like 18 items. And that one yesterday said 20 minutes, and it had nine items. It was about half the items and triple the time. So I don't, because I thought, well, maybe if it says 20 minutes, that means there's probably 20, 25 items on that order. It wasn't. So if anybody has any idea, a formula to figure that out, I am all ears. I'd like to know, because I can't figure it out. And I did get one shopping order, and I hate dropping an order after I've already accepted it, but I dropped it because it was only paying like $18 and it was 45 items. And there ain't no way I'm doing that. Ain't happening. I don't like doing that many orders or items anyway, but I sure am not going to do it for $18. But the only time you have to arrive at the store and start the shopping and preview your shopping list, then it tells you how many items it is. Unless that's just here and not like in Vegas or somewhere. I don't know. I just know that that's here and I don't like it. So are y'all having that same thing as well? Or what? And another thing, and it's iffy. I put a post on Reddit earlier, and apparently I went through Reddit and I can't find it, but it happened to Emily's son, Emily, and then me, and then Emily again. Your .com orders, say you've got 16 drops, you get to about number 8, and your start button disappears. Up until today on Emily's, because she called me and was venting a little bit, they would just tell us to return the rest of the orders that you couldn't deliver because you didn't have a start button to start the next drop. Today they told her to go to the next address and call them so they could manually close that order out. She asked about returning all of them. They said, no, we can't do that now. We're not doing that anymore. So I think she said she did 5 more, and then like the second to last one, the start button showed up, and then the very last one, it disappeared again. So until they get it fixed, we're not taking any .com orders. I know that, because it took her about 2.5 hours for orders that should have took about an hour, a little over an hour. You know, because you're having to stop, you're having to call. Probably, I don't know, I wasn't with her, but you probably have to explain the whole situation every time you call, because the next support agent's not going to know what you're talking about. I don't know. It's messed up. I don't know how many of y'all used to use Norton antivirus, but they kept putting so much on. And Norton antivirus program used to be great, but they kept adding more to it. And the more they added to it, the more it screwed it up. And the better they tried to make it, the worse they made it. And then I finally gave up on them. So Spark seems to be doing the same thing. They're trying to make it better, but by making it better, they're actually making other things worse, and it's not a benefit, especially to us drivers. Haven't done anything with Spark as of yet. Not sure I want to deal with that now. Well, you know, it depends on how the orders are there, and they hang up on you. Hey, Bud Soda, how you doing? Look, I've actually had a couple of. I didn't actually hang up on them. They were still talking, and I said, "Have a good day," and I hung up because I got tired of fooling with them. I had one order that canceled on me right before I got to the drop-off. This was a few weeks ago. I got so aggravated with the driver support. They were sitting there trying to tell me this and this and this. I said, you know what, just forget it. It's not even worth it. You know, 'cause it was like a $27 delivery, but that was counting the tip. Now I understand they're probably not going to give you the tip. But they was saying, well, we can pay you $10. And I'm like, this is what it was. Well, I just don't see how that works out. Anyway, I told them just forget the whole thing, and I just hung up on them. Never got paid for it. But you have to pick your battles with all of these supports, whether it's DoorDash, Uber Eats, Spark. Is it worth calling and wasting your time for $2 or $3? Most of the time, no, but sometimes it's the principle of the matter. Oh. So is it daily, weekly, or once and done on the adding? I'll answer that question in a week. Because I don't know. Emily did it yesterday, and I did it yesterday. Emily worked today, but she didn't say anything about it. I only worked yesterday for me, it was a pretty good day. I worked 4 hours, and I got my goal, and I've got so many reviews to do. So I just went ahead and called it quits, came home, ate supper, and started working on reviews. But I'm hoping that it's random like Uber does. That's what I'm hoping for. Because there's a lot of drivers out there, that are driving under other accounts. And I understand it, but I don't agree with it. There's certain situations where I understand it, because some people might have something that's preventing them from working with Spark, and they're not bad people. They just have something in their history that's kind of messing it up, so they have to drive under somebody else's account. I don't agree with it, but I understand it. But it's those that are running 2 or 3 accounts that I don't agree with at all, and I hope they get deactivated. And I don't care if it's a single mom with 10 kids. Do something. If you got time to go out and do these orders, you got time to do other things too. Do it like you're supposed to, and don't whine when you get deactivated because you didn't do it like you're supposed to, is all I'm saying. I understand it, but I don't agree with it. So often they can't even help you, and registering a complaint is useless. It is. God, tell me about it coming a full-time job. I wish it paid. I told one seller, and I'd done a couple of reviews for him, and I told him that I went up to $50 on each review, which it's not. And I said, I've gone up to 50, but since I've been working with you and we've been collabing together, how's 40? They jumped right on it. I said, not a problem at all. So now I'm kind of like, maybe I should have said 50 to them. So I don't know how much these other reviewers, because I'm just one of thousands. I don't know how much they charge. My main go-to, what I call my China dolls, they're pretty set on their prices, but I get enough flow in from them that I kind of want to stay in good grace with them. These other ones, I've turned down stuff that normally I would have took. I just don't have time to do it anymore. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things right now, and I've took off Monday to do reviews, Tuesday to do reviews, Wednesday I worked for a little while and did a couple of reviews, and today I took off and doing reviews, and I still got these, and I got more stuff coming. If they would pay, $50 to $65, $75 a piece, you dang right I'd be doing this full time, because there's no mileage and wear and tear and maintenance on my car to do these. Granted, some of these reviews I've like gone over to the park or to a little lake.
Go ahead.
Oh.
It doesn't give instructions on how to set the code.
It doesn't get. Then that's another thing about some of the reviews. Sometimes there's stuff that we get doesn't have instructions.
It shows you how to set the fingerprints, but not the code.
With that safe the other day, it was basically the same thing as the fingerprint. Tried.
But if I do what it says to do fingerprints, then just the fingerprint part works. And also, after about 3 seconds, the thing locks itself. So when we go outside, we're constantly going to have to be unlocking the door.
Oh.
So, that's the thing.
Google. Sorry. It's real life, man, and it's live. So, some of this stuff doesn't work the way it's supposed to work. And man, that would be back, because she's saying it's, I don't know if y'all could hear her, but that new smart lock locks every time you go out the door. And I don't know, I'd be locking myself out. The zone is still full. So, when I am online for hours and get one order, don't know what else to do now. Uber Eats is slow too. You know, well, you live in a good area, so there's some people in some markets, and you see them posting on Reddit that they don't get orders. And the thing is, it's just not going to work. It's like Wichita Falls. If you put, say, an opera house in, I mean, one of them highfalutin New York City opera houses, it would be a total flop in Wichita Falls. It's just because this is not a market for stuff like that. And sometimes, like Spark and Uber Eats, is so oversaturated, there's not enough demand to make it worth doing. So even though you want to do that job, it's just not going to be possible, because maybe you want to work in an opera house. You live in Wichita Falls and you want to work at an opera house. I mean, like the real opera, like singing. Not going to do you no good, because it's just the demand is not there to meet the demand is not there for the drivers. It's oversaturated, and it's just not going to happen. So you got to find something else to do. Birmingham, Alabama. Let's see. No, I think that's where Hank Williams Jr., but he was from Muscle Shows. What am I looking for? Oh, yeah. Man, that bites, because you want to do the job. I understand. It's just that there's some areas it's just not going to work, no matter how much you want it. And unfortunately, some people are in a position this is the only kind of income that they can do because of their personal life. But you got to find something different. And you know, that's kind of one of the things that I've been talking about for a while, is because all these apps were really good back during the pandemic, they're all dropping off. New ones pop up, they fizzle out just like the rest of them. And people are trying to feed it and trying to make it work. It's just not there the way it once was. And I don't think it ever will be. It'll level out, and that's it. There'll be enough for just X amount of drivers, and more than that, it's not going to be worth doing. Just my thought. But, who am I? I don't know. Just my opinion. So I get a new cheap phone that has Android 13 on it. So now I can use Spark again. Remember, it wouldn't work on my Android 9. Well, Well, and what version of Android do we have now? It's 13. I don't even know what version Android is now. I don't even know where it says. So, unless you have a newer phone, will it not? Last update, software update. Oh, well, I don't want to do all that. So, an older phone won't update to the newer version of Android? Because I had the S9 Plus and it worked fine. I dropped it because I had T-Mobile service on it and US Cellular on my other phone, and I strictly ran Spark on that phone. But since I got my ticket last week and I bought a new computer, that extra $65 needs to go towards the computer and paying for defensive driving versus a second phone for just doing Spark. It's not, that was just a luxury, and it's something that I didn't need to spend the money on, so I dropped that from T-Mobile. I like T-Mobile better than US Cellular, but, you know, whatever. Well, hopefully it gets better. There's some Spark drivers out there. You might look around and see if, of course, you know, that's a big city. So I guess y'all probably have several markets within that city. Wichita Falls, you have one market, and that's it. Unless you drive about an hour and a half from here. Hey, Giggity, how are you doing? Just getting in here. Are you getting 3 best? No, I've been reading it on Reddit, but we're not getting those here yet. You know, it says 3, but the first stop is Walmart. I don't know why they did that, but whatever. I've been seeing it, and somebody was saying that Walmart said that they was going to go up on the paying, but from what I've been reading on it, it didn't go up. And I don't know. Spark is batching 3 orders at a time now. So far they haven't done it here, and me and Emily was talking about that yesterday. I don't know if we have a lot of orders here, but I don't know if there's enough orders to do 3 for every delivery. But if Walmart thinks that they can get some dummy to take 3 orders for $14-15, then, you know, they're going to do it. Because they're out to make the money. Can't blame them for that. But the drivers that are taking those orders is making it possible. I'm hoping they don't do it, but if they're doing it, you're pretty close, giggity. You know, so maybe it'll stop in the Dallas area and it won't come on up north a little further. Bunch of crap. Absolutely, it's a bunch of crap. It is stressful trying to meet their deadlines. Yes. I'm assuming you're talking about China dolls. I got a little email or a message from them. There was a couple of things they said that I got last week that I just got yesterday. And then they said, don't worry, my friend. My stage name is Slinger Springer. Oh, you're going to go back to stripping. All right. Making them dollars. You get paid $50 to make you holler. You get paid to do the wild thing, huh? That's Tone Loc, by the way. If somebody younger in here doesn't know who that is. Google Play Store says only need Android 6 Plus, but the Spark customer care admitted it. Should now say Android 10 or newer. Where do you see on your phone? I went to the About. I was just kind of curious. Product name, model name, IMEI number, status information, software information maybe? Yeah, here we go. Android 13 is what's on this. This is the is it S22? Yes, S22 Ultra. I think they got S23s out now, but I still owe an arm and a leg on this one. So, it is what it is. I may join Giggity. I wonder what kind of name I could come up with. They'd be paying me to put my clothes back on. I'm in the SE market. Oh, in Vegas market, which is included in Henderson. I thought all of Vegas was Henderson County, but or I may be wrong. I don't know. Montgomery. Paint me a Birmingham. My mind goes to. I don't know a lot of songs, but I'm like a one-liner. I know like one line out of a lot of songs. When somebody says a word like Birmingham or Montgomery, try $8 for 3. Oh heck no! I wouldn't take. And I'm not knocking anybody because I know everybody's situation's different. Me personally, I don't put my car in drive for less than $16 to $17. It used to be 20, and I lowered it to 16. If it's $16.50, $16.85, I'll take it. But, and even if it was 2 orders, yes, 1 order, it's the same. I don't care if it's 1 or 2 orders, it's got to be $16, $17. Unless it's heading in the direction, like heading home. Because I don't actually live in Wichita Falls, but if there's an order from one of the Wichita Falls Walmart and it's paying like $14 or something, and it's coming to where I live, I hate to say it, but yeah, I'll take it because I'm going home. I was heading home, so I might as well get a little gas money to go home, which kind of screws it up. I get it, but because as long as we allow Walmart to do it to us, giving us the $8 for 3 orders or whatever, as long as we allow it, they're going to keep doing it. And the bad thing is, we're just one person. So we don't make much difference. It would take everybody. They sent me a message saying that our testing in current markets. What are they testing? Oh, wait a minute, I missed them. I really wish I can filter out and block those Sam's Club off. Those are a joke. Just a waste of time checking the offers. I've got one guy that I personally, I didn't know that I knew him, but I hadn't seen him since like grade school, junior high. And he orders from our Sam's, and he tips 15 to 20% every order. So usually it's about a $25, $30 tip on every one of his orders. So, and it's from Sam's. So when I see his order, I jump right on it. But his is just 1 out of 30 that are worth taking. You know, you might see 1 or 2 decent ones a week, if that. But yeah, and you got, with me personally, because I drive a sedan. If I was an SUV, it wouldn't be so bad, but driving a sedan, you kind of got to be careful with the Sam's orders, because they put a package of paper plates in a big old huge box, and they can't take it out of the box, they say. So that kind of screws it up. That's why I don't fool with Sam's too much. Someday I'll probably have an SUV, but when I get to that point, I may not even be doing this. Who knows? I just know, never say never. Hey, Steve, how you doing? I'm sorry I didn't even get a chance to even get on the live stream tonight. I've been so swamped doing these reviews. Got people fussing at me. You'd think it was a real job and it was real bosses, but I want to try to keep him happy because I enjoy doing it. I worked 19 hours yesterday. You know, I used to tease Bud Soda about all the hours he puts in, and even Dash and Womble about all the hours he puts in. I ran my mileage tracker because it keeps your time, and I started at like 9 or 9:30 yesterday morning, and I think about 3:30 this morning I shut down. I think it was 19 hours. I did do some spark orders yesterday, but I'm talking about working between doing delivery and doing reviews, editing. It was 19 hours. And for nothing, really. Well, the spark paid, but I mean, the reviews, it's hit and miss whether you get much money or not. Well, they are testing in Alabama, and I'm done. DoorDash page. And you know, that's what Uber Eats and Grubhub, I took a couple of orders from each one last week or the week before. And all reality, and I would probably get more if my acceptance rating was up higher, because I do think it matters on them a little bit. I may be wrong. I don't know. I hadn't done those in a while, but those orders paid it better than the average Spark order does now. That's why I have to nitpick or cherry pick. I was going to say nitpick, but the word is cherry pick with Spark. Is because I'm not going to take those orders. A lot of people say, well, I'd rather make $8 in that 1 hour than not make anything. And I disagree with that, because you're not making $8 in that hour, because you've got to subtract your gas, your maintenance, everything. You got to subtract all that. So you're not making $8. You're making about $3 or $4 probably. Maybe more than that. I don't know. But you're not making $8. Plus, you're taking a chance on having a wreck or getting a speeding ticket. I knew once they changed to the 3 stops, they wouldn't drive-through orders. It's designed to complete. You know, we have loaders here that can screw up 1 order. 2 orders, more of them screw up. 3 orders, they're going to be so confused. You know, and then they probably still won't let you take the totes anymore. Used to, they let us take the totes. I wound up buying my own. But I got 2 in the trunk and 1 in my back seat. But I guess they want you to put stuff in your trunk, in your back seat, and your front seat, because you got to keep it separated. I don't know. I think it's going to backfire. I think they're going to have so much screwing up. Maybe they'll change it back. I hope. Yeah, it depends on how far the orders are and if it's like 100 items. 12 of the 40 count. Ooh. 340 counts is 1 more than I'd like to take. I have taken 3. But my car's not designed to haul that kind of weight. You know, it's that Nissan Maxima, and it's not heavy-duty suspension. And I'm not going to tear my car up for $17 or whatever.
Fingerprint works the best.
Oh, you got it to work?
Yep.
I knew she would. That's why I didn't say a lot. She's a smart girl. Very hard-headed sometimes. Now, she'd have probably stayed up till midnight till she got it. Of course, she might have been screaming and yelling and cussing and making this get demonetized, but...
I didn't do very good on the talking through it. I gave up and just put it together.
Oh. I told her to turn the GoPro on it because the seller, I mean, they wanted the installation part of it too, but maybe she got enough that I can finagle it around with the editing and make it work.
I hope so, and I don't know when the camera went off, but it went off at some point.
Gotta love GoPros. They overheat. The new Osmo 4, I think it's Osmo 4 I've been hearing about. if y'all are thinking about getting an action camera, you might check that one out because they're supposed to have a 1-inch sensor. I believe it's a 1-inch sensor, or real close to a 1-inch sensor, and they're not supposed to overheat. And that's the biggest issue I have with GoPro. Granted, I have the case on it for the mic mod, but I can be sitting in here under the air conditioning, and it'll overheat. So, if you're thinking about GoPro, I'd wait and see what the 12s do, or look at the Osmo 4. And I think the review I watched the other day, I think they're about $100 cheaper. But I just got the 11, so I'm going to be using it until I get some of the computer paid for and all this other stuff. I don't want too many irons in the fire. I'm not giving up. Yeah, you're not giving up on Spark. You just started, man. That's what's bad. You made over 200 yesterday and took me almost 9 hours. Bang. It's like really, it's like working salary. You can count your hours and all that, but at the end of the day, it's how much you're making a day, I guess, and then you subtract your mileage and see if it still comes out. $200 a day here would be absolutely wonderful. I had, even during the pandemic, I didn't have a whole lot of $200 days. It's just 125 to 150. It'd be really good here. I have seen some days here that making 100 is good. It's not consistent enough. That's why I say try to be working on something else. Doing garage sales. If you don't want to work for a regular W-2 with a boss and all that, try to do other things. There's a lot of other things out there to try. They may be fantastic in your market, and they may bomb in your market, but you don't know until you try. Like I said, you can't move forward by standing still. Did 140 today in about 8 hours. Yesterday, I don't have it added up. Yesterday it was I want to say $91 or $92, and that was for 3.5 hours. So yesterday did really good. About $100 is my goal, so that was close enough. And I had to do all those reviews, so I called it making my goal. That was close enough. That's more hours than some. Those long hours can sure get you after a while, yeah. See all the gray? Of course, it's my kids that did that. Nah, they're good kids. They just made some bad choices a couple of times. Nothing major, though. Those long hours, some batch orders have over 20 plus stops. The majority of our .com orders are 16, 18. I think the one Emily had today was 19. 19 drops on yours?
Yes. It stops on 10. It's programmed. You can get in the door with that now.
Let's see, I got what'd they call that?
A pass card.
A pass card. Has it got a little reader or something on it that you like?
No, in the middle of the keypad there's like a little chip, and you just hold it up to that.
You just hold it up to it?
Yeah, it unlocks it fast.
Huh.
Fingerprint and the card are the fastest.
And an old-timey looking key. This one is supposed to work off an app, and that's what my main thing is.
The app does work, but it's kind of slow. It's kind of like when you have to verify yourself if you're a human on Spark and hold your thumb down.
Oh, yeah.
It takes it about, 3 or 4 seconds.
I forgot about that. I hadn't done that in a while. That was another thing that Spark does, is you have to hold the thumb down. every once in a while I get that, maybe once every 3 or 4 months. I had her wired up with a lavalier mic. We will see how that video comes out. Hopefully we can make it work. I like one of my sellers say, improvise. Well, I can improvise some stuff, all right. But I don't really ever, excuse me, I don't hardly ever see 20 drops. Most of them are like 16 to 18, 19, something like that. But and a lot of them, or not a lot of them, but about half of them are like, I've got one, they get them all the time. It's, excuse me, it's a him and a her, but they're not, they're like roommates, literally. I don't think they do separate orders, but it goes to the same house. So that one's a pretty good one, because that's 2 drops for one address. You got a good drink. Sorry about that. That's what happens when you have people in the irony towers and Bentonville making, yeah. Yeah, DoorDash is the gateway drug, that's for sure. Oh, gateway app, yes. It really is. I could be wrong, but I bet at least half the Spark drivers or Uber drivers or whatever probably started off on DoorDash. So, yeah, I think it's the gateway app of the other ones. Chip, cheerio. Hey, Gigwise, how you doing, Tim? You see the extra earnings they had to orders because it's an apartment, 70 cents. I've seen 50 cents on them, but, last year, or maybe a year and a half ago, I actually saw a couple of Uber orders that were 80 cents. I mean, that was the total pay, 80 cents. I should have screenshotted them, but I didn't think much about it back then. DoorDash is the gateway app, headaches and nightmares. It really is. It's kind of like the, I don't want to say starting at the bottom, because a lot of people do really good on DoorDash, but I put DoorDash, for me personally, is the bottom of the bottom, and you work your way up. But that's here. A lot of people do good on DoorDash. Still, I started out doing rideshare. I didn't get into food delivery full time until the pandemic. Well, yeah. See, I didn't start till right in the middle, towards the end of the pandemic. In my market, those extra earnings for apartments on Spark was 69 cents, then 67, and I think it's now 63 now. You start out doing Uber Eats. I think I did, but I honestly couldn't say it. It was either Uber Eats or Grubhub. And then somebody told me about DoorDash when I was waiting on a Uber Eats order. So I signed up for that, and then that same person told me about Spark, so I wound up signing up for that, and then I was doing Spark, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, and Bite Squad. I was running 5 apps a day at a time, and got old quick. And then I started primarily just doing Spark, and now that's pretty much all I do. It's so hard to get on DoorDash now. And a lot of the orders are $4, $4.50. But, if there's a $5 order and you can do 3 or 4 of those in an hour for the average Spark order, DoorDash has got Spark beat. Of course, you're going to put more miles on your car. There's no questioning that. So, I don't know. I got to go shower up and take these contacts out and get ready to do it all over again tomorrow. Alrighty. Appreciate you dropping by. Hopefully y'all ain't burning up down there. We are up here. 100 and, what did you say it was today?
16.
116? That's pretty warm. I think they're supposed to be having some kind of tropical storm building up down there on the Gulf Coast, heading up towards Texas. We'll see. Had a $4 offer come in last night for just under 15 miles. We was on a $2 peak pay at the time. Needless to say that I didn't take it. It's a lot of miles. See, that's, you know, dollar for dollar, you can make as much on DoorDash now is what you can on Spark. Before, no, you couldn't. But you're going to be driving a lot of miles, and every time you touch those brakes, you're wearing your brakes down a little bit more. So that means you're going to be getting brakes sooner. You're turning more, so you're wearing your tires out quicker. So it costs you to do those DoorDash orders, even though you might make more off of those in an hour than you would a Spark order on the average. But I just don't. I'm not there yet. You hear? She said, yeah. And we asked her if she wanted to go outside. She said, no. Now she's just going to stand there at the door. She's wanting a treat, is what she's wanting. I know what she's wanting. She hasn't had her gummy bears yet.
I'm not giving her any more treats. It's not my department.
I've only done one Spark this week. It was 65 3-batch curbside at Sam's. Oh, that was a good one then. But you're in a pickup, so you can handle those. You can't handle those in my little car. You know, I probably work like 12 hours a day if you count all the time it takes me to get all pretty and dizzied up. Yeah. Well, you dress to impress. You never know who's watching. They might make you a movie star someday. You know, you got a couple of big shot actors that live down in your neck of the woods. First started on Uber Eats years ago, then Grubhub and Postmates. And then Uber Eats. I forgot about Postmates. And then Uber Eats bought them back in Uber Eats. Yeah, I had Postmates too. I forgot about that. And Spark, like 10 months ago now, or longer. Time flies. Yeah, it does. I think I've been on Spark 2 years. Been doing it all of this 3.5, 4 years. But, oh yeah, and I did do Instacart. I haven't done Instacart in a while. It has been pretty good. I did talk to a guy a while back, and he said that Instacart does decent here. I keep telling myself to log in. I have to find my card. It may be in the car. I'm not sure. But I just hate dealing with customers. I love talking to people and helping them out and stuff, but sometimes it takes a lot of time when they start telling you get this and get that, and they're out of this, or you got to contact them for that. And I don't know. I don't really want to do that again. I think a better class people on average shop at Costco. We don't have a Costco here. We got Sam's, which pretty close to the same. Still on the waiting list. I don't know. Instacart used to be good here, and then it just got to be where it was having so many different you got to get a hold of the customer and tell them they're out of Miss Bear's bread. Do they want Sunny? What's that other bread? one with a little girl on it. I can't remember. Anyway, oh, it's 10:04. I think I did start on here kind of late, but anyway, hopefully that biometric thing helps on eliminating some of the illegal accounts and people that are driving under other
I think
people.
it already has
Oh,
in
you
our
do?
market.
So did it seem like it today?
I mean, those shopping orders, as soon as I finish one, there'd be another one. As soon as I finish one, there'd be another one. As soon as I finish one, there'd be another one. Didn't matter where I was either.
That's the way it was yesterday. Oh yeah, I guess the increase of shopping orders so far. Hopefully it will stay that way. I think these customers taking back the, oh yeah, they keep doing that and it will be to the wrong driver. Yeah. I've been told that they split, if they have part of the order that's out of stock and then they have to send it to like a .com or something, then they split the tip, pull the tip back and send it, split it or something. I don't really think Walmart should even be touching those tips and sharing that tip and splitting it up, whatever. It's just, I just don't think they should be doing that, because either if the order has a tip on it, great. If it don't have a tip on it and you take it, that's on you.
They should have paid me double for that .com today.
She still ain't happy about that one. Well, hopefully they fix that start button.
I'm gonna take another one.
Yeah, I'm not taking no .coms. Not with it doing like that. 2.5 hours to do an
Zach
hour and a
says
half.
the short ones work. If it's less than 10, it'll work. See, it always stops on 10.
Oh, I thought it stopped on 8 or something. Oh.
My 10 was the one that first one that didn't have the start button, and that was what happened to me when it happened before. It was on drop 10.
Mm. I don't know what their deal is. Nobody on Reddit really has said anything, so I don't know if that's something that's just down here, because I put a post on Reddit.
And once they cleared, once I got down to 15, because they made me call every time, once I got down to 15, it gave me a start button. And then 15, 16, 17 gave me a start button, and then 18 did.
And then the 18th one didn't. Something's messed up. The only thing that somebody had said is talking about the internet, which we know that if you can't get to the next order or get it to load, just start driving down the street and getting just in a dead spot, dead area for cell service. But that's not the case with the start button. Yeah, I don't think this customer should be. I think if a customer is going to take a tip back, they ought to have to call in to customer service and
Give a valid reason.
give a valid reason. I got no problem with somebody. There are situations where tips do need to be taken back. I've seen it, but yeah, you should have to call in and make a formal complaint and give a valid reason why. So, I mean, there are reasons, but most of the time it's just people trying to get their stuff delivered because they know that people don't want to do it. Shower's ready. Get that water hot? All right, man. Well, have a good night. Thanks for coming by. I probably need to get off here too and get to work.
We need to add your fingerprint to the door.
Oh, I gotta go. I better. Yeah. I gotta go do my fingerprint on the door. Anyway, y'all. Hey, yeah, appreciate y'all coming by. And if that biometric thing hasn't hit your area yet, hopefully it will. And like Emily said, and yesterday it felt like it has helped. Time will tell, but she said she felt like it helped today too. So hopefully it will help and get rid of the people that are not playing by the rules. it is what it is. Anyway, I would suggest spreading your wings out and looking at other things, and don't count on just one particular app. Well, I'm not even saying I would depend on 4 or 5 different apps. I would be looking at something that totally different, but something that you can do. That's a good thing about the apps, is it gives you the freedom, flexibility to work on other things. And that's what we ought to be doing. So enjoy doing what you do and just find a way to make some money doing it. Something like that. That was an old saying, but I don't remember what it was. Anyway, you have a good night too, Mr. Womble. Hope you all have a great evening. I do appreciate y'all coming by, and I'm gonna go ahead and reschedule that video that I had scheduled to come out Monday. I'm gonna schedule it for tomorrow noon. It'll be out tomorrow at noon, if you want to watch it. I mean, we kind of covered the majority of it, the main thing, and the rest of it's kind of me just rambling like I tend to do a lot of times anyway. So y'all have a great night. Appreciate y'all coming by. Y'all keep smiling, dashing, dancing, prancing, doing whatever it is you want to do. Just keep doing something, because Emily's got a bowl of ice cream that looks really good. Sorry, I saw a squirrel go by. Anyway, y'all have a great night, and I will see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.